Hello, Rodrigo. This is Kai Vasquez and me, Cristian, and this is our activity number 4 about the leasing case. The first question is, briefly explain how does AirAsia makes the majority of its money? And according to the article, AirAsia, which is a travel and financial company in Asia Pacific that provides air transportation and travel services, is making the majority of its money by its selling and leasing business and by transporting passengers all around the world. Also, AirAsia has a huge negotiating power, and some of the benefits are that they can get discounts whenever they want, they can purchase aircraft at a lower price, and when they feel they already have too much aircraft or that they need more cash flow, they just sell them to the leasing companies and paying the normal lease rate.
Well, the second question is, do you think this is a good business practice? What risks do you think the company is inheriting by doing this? We think that it is a good business decision, which helps the company avoid future risks, keeping the equipment leased by the third party, and receiving a great return in cash for future development and operations. Nevertheless, with the equity relationship in obtaining part of these great companies, shares, the risks that the company could inherit are future financial obligations to keep companies solvent so they can continue leasing the equipment in a correct manner.
The third question is, do you think this is good for the international airline market, and what problems does this cause? In our opinion, we think that in some ways this can be a really good strategy for the international airline market because it allows them to have something of value to dispose in return for cash, and it can help to remove residual risk. But on the other hand, this can also have some disadvantages as well. For example, the lease expenses, the debts and financial obligations, the fact that they do not have any ownership, and the maintenance of the assets, which is a really big responsibility and sometimes can be very expensive.
And the last question, if we were the CEO of another airline company that just entered to the market, how would you try to compete with these companies? Well, if we were the CEOs of an emerging company in the air transportation service industry, we will try to have competitive prices as Air Asia offers by offering by having good leasing contracts with the leasing companies, having great cash flows on airplane inventories, and a greater involvement in the leasing company's operations as AirAsia does. Also, a good idea will be to make an strategic alliances with airline like AirAsia and other kinds of competitors so that they can increase our routes and discount prices. Thank you.